All right, again, welcome to Code Fast with Prince Lee. Yesterday, we talked about the internal CSS and the external CSS. Today, we are going to be looking at the properties, some of the properties of CSS that you will learn, and when you learn and know them, you'll be able to make all the designs that you want to make in your HTML documents like this, right? So once you have gone through all the properties that is listed on this screen, and you understand and master and understand how to control them, you should be able to make any kind of designs that you want to make in HTML documents. So we have looked at some of these properties like the margin, padding, body in our previous video. Today we'll just quickly look at font family, we'll look at font size, and see how far we are going to go. But by the time we are done with all these CSS properties, then you should confidently be able to make designs like this and better designs. So we'll begin with font family. Yes, font family is very important to say. It's very important in our web documents because this is what will determine the types of fonts that will be able to show on our documents, which can make our web design more beautiful, right? So now for the font family, this is the syntax, right? So remember our syntax in our CSS, we have the selector. The font family now is a property. So it has about 3 parameters, right? Or 3 section, which is separated by the comma as value, right? So we have font 1, font 2, and a generic family. So what this does is not every browser that can understand some of these fonts. So if you apply a font on an element and a browser open it, if that browser does not recognize that font, and you now have optional fonts which you can place as font 2 and the generic font, if it does not recognize this, it is going to look for this other font. If it can recognize this, it's going to use it. If it cannot recognize it, then it will use the generic font family that all browsers sorry, can recognize, right? Like for example, now if you're applying font family on the body elements and you use open sound, right? So once the browser open it, if the browser um, tries to open the open sound, and if it's not available, you will try the area fonts. If it's not still available, then the default sound that fonts that all browser understand the sans serif. So we have sans serif and we have serifs, right? So what is the difference between sans serif and serif? If you check some fonts, the edges have a kind of I don't know what to use as an example. Let me just check if I can find an example. All right, so this is the serif font and the sans serif font. So this is how we differentiate it. The serif font have something like a thick stroke at the edges of the letters, right? Look at it, thick stroke at the edges of the. All right, then why the sans serif font does not have, it just does not have any thick thin strokes at the edges of the letters, is just plain. So this is the difference. This is different between the serif and the sans serif, right? So now let us try to apply the fonts on on this element. So we are going to, all styles should be in the style tag, right? So we are going to use our selector to select the P, and this is our syntax. Then the property we want to make use of is a font family, right? So once you in VS Code, once you type font family, it is going to give you a suggestion of the different fonts that you can use. So let's just try this one. There's something I want to tell you. Whenever we have more than one word, like this one is a one word, this font is one word, this font now is three words, one, two, three. Whenever there are three words, you must put them inside a quote so that the browser will know that this is a single font name, right? So now let us check out our fonts. All right, so this is what happened. We checked for the first one, so the fourth one is available, which is the Times New Roman, and we have Times and Serif. So let's remove this one and see what is going to show, right? So it looks like still time, they are almost in the same family. But let me take something that is kind of different. So let me use impact. So it will first of all check if there is impact, because yeah, see, so it has changed. So that is the impact. It's checked this position and saw an impact and try to check if it can find it, the browser can find it and it can recognize it. That's why it apply it to our fonts. But if the impact is not recognized by the browser, it will look for the an option, which is this next position, font in this next position. If this position is still not recognized, then this is a generic font. So let us check our generic font. So we check here, we say we have five generic fonts, which is the what? Serif, sans serif, monospace, consolos, and brush script empty. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel and click the notification bell so that when I upload new videos or new exciting content, you're going to get notified and you'll be up to date. So another way to use font family is the Google font. So you can just go to your Google and search for Google fonts. So when you get there, you see this Google font browse fonts. So you select it and it's going to show you series of fonts that you can use. So if you want to use this robot tool right now, we select it and it will show you an example of how the font looks like. So you click this get fonts, then you click this get embedded code. Then when you look at this now, you see a link for the style sheets here. So you copy it. So when you copy it, you go to your um, your documents and sorry. Anyway, I'll see change that. So let's just concentrate. So you go to your document and you paste the link, right? So you paste the link, so it is not pasted here. So we can now use this robot tool. So you go to so this is how you're going to use it. So let's copy this. Um, so we copy this. Robot tool. So we go to right. So you see the font is applied. So that is how you use the Google fonts. go to Google, get font from Google, and also use it on your documents. So this is where we are going to stop today for in our online tutorial. So when next we are going to meet again, we are going to be learning another CSS property. So we are going to be looking at so we have covered font family. So we'll be looking at font size and okay. So we just look at font size. Then we have done text align in our previous video, margin, padding, border. So we look at font size and positioning. So we are almost done with all the CSS properties that we are going to learn before we can start designing any kind of design that we wish to make in an HTML document. Thank you very much. See you in our next class.